break a grown man.
Yeah.
No. It's a pill bottle filled with coins.
No, it's not even pills in there.
Not even pills.
That's so DIY of you. Do you know what that reminds me of? When I was little, I thought I was the coolest person in the entire world. If you're like around my age, maybe you remember Highlights kids magazines. And one of the crafts.
I don't remember those.
Oh, it was my entire livelihood. I thought I was a young entrepreneur because one of the crafts in there for one of the months was taking an old peanut butter jar. First of all, disgusting. You can never actually fully get all the peanut butter out.
It's the smell is never going to leave.
It's never going to leave you. Take a peanut butter jar, cut a hole in the top of the lid, turn it into bubbles.
Oh, wow.
Add a bubble mix, do a DIY bubble mixture in there with dish soap, and then make a DIY bubble wand out of like a pipe cleaner or something.
Do you know what? The thing about those DIYs is now, like going into motherhood, I'm like, you just used all my dish soap.
You're like, hell no. Yeah.
I would have rather you bought the bubbles and I could keep my dish soap.
Literally. And so I know that I was a pain in my parents' asses, but I literally love that. And the issue is you're not going to like this. It makes me really like you're saying, look forward to like one day when I have a child and be like, man, I hope she doesn't come out like me, because I started selling that. I went my next Sunday at Sunday school. I made sales and I had 6 orders of DIY bubbles from these kids.
There is no way.
Yeah, that's the most me thing ever. And my mom was like, "Yeah, we're not doing that."
Yeah, and
I was so embarrassed to tell them no. I still remember their faces.
Your mom said, "You are not licensed.
No,
we don't have an LLC. So we're gonna get sued."
No,
audited.
Literally. Yeah. So that's just how I peek into my childhood. Anywho, welcome back to the pod. You find us both really going through it because we just are.
Because we just are.
I can speak for myself. Andrew, my sweet husband, has been gone. This is his 5th day out of town. And he comes back at midnight tonight, which is like amazing and perfect. But it's been a lot.
Yeah.
Just kind of like it would be, and this is, I am by no means trying to like say that I have it like the worst ever, because I definitely don't. But it's just hard going from having 2 people run a household to 1.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds really whatever, because I really do not have a hard life in that term.
No, but here's the thing.
But it just it takes it's just an adjustment is really what I have to say about it.
I've had single friends be like, well, welcome to my life. Like if Dawson is out for the week or something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's so different when you get married and have 3 pets and like have a system that you guys have, like you've built your home according to the system that you guys.
We each have our roles and each have our things that help the system thrive, and then it brings the capacity up, and when the capacity is already up, then you feel like you need to maintain that capacity of a 2-person household because 2 people are contributing. So that's all.
And
I have
when
to say.
I was in college, like, do you see what I'm dealing with here?
What is that?
Oh, don't worry. This is the paper towel that I'm using to keep pressure on my thumb that she sliced open with her tooth.
No, she didn't. No. No.
So it's been bleeding since this morning. I don't know if that's something I should be concerned about.
Oh my gosh.
So this is another example. I don't think I could get a puppy while I'm single right now.
Well, you're saying,
like,
wait,
if I was single, I don't think I could have gotten a puppy.
No, I don't know how people do it. Well,
I don't know how people do it. When I was in college and single, and I had roommates, so like it was easier to run a house when you have roommates, because the same thing, like you guys all kind of have your roles.
Yeah.
But, or if you live in an apartment, like it is like a little bit easier when you have like a roommate in an apartment, because like you both bear, like you don't have to, like somebody's not mowing the lawn, or you know what I mean. But Yeah, she's actually she's like actually a piranha.
She's just like a demon.
She's like actually a demon right now. I don't know if you can hear her. Can you hear that?
Yeah, but it's fine. She's just trying her best.
She's shoving. Ow! Hold on, give me 1 second.
Yeah. People are going to really. We're not taking those out because that is hilarious. They have to hear it in real time.
I'm so sorry for your ears. There's nothing will stop her except for this makes so much sense. A couple of coins in my Lexapro.
In your it's trying times. It's really trying times. Well, the thing that I've really struggled with with Sush is, I think I've talked about this on here before, is this also plays into the family dynamic because he really respects Andrew and has not an ounce of respect for me.
I think, unfortunately, that is just in a 2-person household. That's the way.
They pick one, and I'm playtime in Sushi's mind. It's like, I am playtime, I am fun, I am Cuttlebug, But then if anything needs to actually be told to him, it's only coming from Andrew. And that's not really necessarily, we didn't plan for it to be that way. That's just unfolded that way. So it's been 5 days of being heavily disrespected. It's weighing on me.
Well, that's what happens. I don't know naturally why that's happening because I'm home every day. I'm sorry, I can't stop the squeaking.
No, I don't care.
You guys are going to have to hear it. Mm-hmm. I'm home with her every day. So, like, you would think that I am...
it's fine.
Like, you would think that
This is an immersive experience for the listeners. The listeners are having to jump into our lives real time because this is a real life podcast. This is not a fairy tale.
This is the life that I'm living. I have indigestion. I'm really pregnant. My dog sliced my thumb open, and she won't go to sleep.
No.
And she, well, this is what I was going to say is I'm home with her full time. So you would think that because she spends the most time with me, I spend the most time training her, taking her out to the bathroom. Like, I spend the most time taking care of her. But she will not go to the bathroom with me.
No.
So when I'm home, it's poop on the carpet time. The second Dawson's home, it's let me be so good.
Be a good girl.
Comply. I only poop outside. Like, I don't understand. And she will only go. This is an accident because when she was a puppy, we couldn't take her in the backyard because she could get underneath the fence. Yeah. And so it doesn't make sense why we did this, though. We took her in the front yard, I think because she was, like, too scared to go past, like,
she was also,
our cars.
I mean, if she even started to move, you can grab her with one hand because she's 3 pounds.
She was so little. But, yeah. But now she, like, can run so fast, and so she can, like, she'll run into the street because she's gotten brave. Yeah. And so I'm like, okay, so I can't take her out front anymore, but she will only go to the bathroom out front. Like, she won't, the backyard is for play in her mind. Yep. And so when I take her to the backyard, and then I have countless footage on our Ring camera of me waddling. I look like a monster, like chasing after.
Like having to try and keep your center of gravity.
I'm like too front forward. I'm like front heavy, so I'm like trying to. I'm like Mochi,
no. Oh,
it's so bad.
No,
and she thinks it's so funny.
She loves it. She loves
thinks
it.
It's so funny to run away from me, and so she won't. There's poop in my guest bathroom right now.
No,
I can't do it anymore, man.
It's just too much. Yeah. So thanks for listening to our struggles here.
Whatever.
What I have to say is, without further ado. No, not a single more ado.
No more.
Taylor Frankie Paul.
What else were we going to start with?
That was, because, like, let's just lay the scene for you guys. Dawson's in town, but Dawson is, like, drives 45 minutes for work, and then, like, it's a minute before he comes back. Like, it's a whole, whatever.
And during the work hours, he's out of town.
He might as well be in California. A different time zone.
Not dead to me.
Yeah. And Andrew's been in San Antonio. And so the thing is that we kind of, when we went to go record, we forgot that there are producers. And so it's just kind of adds a funny layer to it. And so with just the timing of everything, this is, we were just like, do we skip a week? Sorry, we didn't mean to like skip you guys. It's just more like we were trying to figure out the logistics. And then in my mind, I was like, we can't skip. We need to talk about Taylor Frankie Paul.
I'd rather do it late than skip it.
That's the only reason we had to really push through this week for you guys, because we have to get into it. It's just,
and now that it's official too, because it didn't show, like, because they didn't post that they.
No, we're not showing.
Well, okay, no, maybe we'll start from the beginning for the people. Well, the people know.
I hope everybody knows about it. Yeah. Well, not hope because it's really sad, but hope because it's just been so talked about that you'd have to kind of a little bit be living under a rock to not know about it.
Right.
But you give an overview.
So Taylor Frankie Paul, I would say arguably the most famous of the Mormon wives, the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Mom talk.
It's relevant because I did talk about them in my consumption corner last week about how I was just watching it. And then literally right after that. So Taylor Frankie Paul, a little bit of a backstory on her is, you know, they start Mom Talk on TikTok. There's a group of 7 of them. I don't know how many there are, 7 to 8 of them. And they all just kind of make these TikToks in Utah, whatever. You guys should know this. Anyways, she gets caught in a swinging scandal. That's the first of many scandals from Taylor Frankie Paul. Yeah. Which we all are kind of over it.
Did you see the TikTok that was like, why the F does she have 3 boys' names? Who's Taylor, Frankie, and Paul?
The people are not happy about her tri-name situation.
No. Okay, continue.
So whatever, that's the first of it, but that's what gets the show started.
Yes.
They start the show based off of basically
her drama.
Like literally the first show is based off of this arrest that happens of what they're considering, which what we now know is confirmed was domestic violence.
Yeah.
And they start this whole show on it. They now are on 4 seasons. We all know about it. She's gone on podcasts. She has openly talked about, I was the aggressor. I did this and that, da-da-da-da-da. Yeah. And then she gets cast for The Bachelorette. Everybody's like, that's crazy. She's on parole.
Collab.
It is crazy collab. She's on parole for like that
from her
said
arrest,
incident. Right. But it's all been public knowledge, and she has talked about it like extensively, like what happened. Yes. And so it's not like anything was hidden. It's just nobody had seen the footage of it.
So it was all left up to interpretation. And like, I think this is really something to talk about because, I want to choose my words carefully here, but I think it's interesting because like oftentimes you see white female and you think, oh, it's not going to be that bad. Mm-hmm. And that's like, maybe this is something the people need to open their eyes to, because it clearly, like, it was much worse than what I thought it was personally. Right. And I think that's just really interesting. An interesting aspect of it is like people knew that it happened, knew that it was what it was, but nobody had seen the footage that like showed.
Well, I think anytime, like, no story is going to compare to like seeing it with your own eyes, obviously. Like, I think that's just the case for any situation like that. Like, it's heartbreaking to hear about something. It's even worse to like see something, like something's whatever. And so 3 days, this is where the tea happens. 3 days before Bachelor
filming
is about to be released.
Oh, yeah.
Dakota sells video.
Dakota is her ex who the DV happened with.
Right. Dakota sells video to TMZ and has them release it. Bachelorette gets canceled.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. There are a lot of polarizing opinions.
Yes.
And I'm probably going to have an opinion that a lot of people disagree with.
Yeah, you can share it. That's fine. You're not, it doesn't matter.
And I am not saying whatsoever what she did in that video was okay. None of that was okay. It's horrible. It was violent and traumatizing to her children, and that should never, ever, ever happen.
Yeah.
What I will say is now, like, 911 calls have been released of the neighbor saying that, like, there's a woman in the garage. He's hitting her with a wooden thing. Yeah. And like, she is trying to escape. He won't let her out. Yeah. And there's been like, if you've watched the show, you have seen 4 seasons of him being extremely emotionally abusive to her. So like, it is not that far-fetched for me to think that at some point she's gonna snap. Yeah. And like, I
don't disagree with that take at all.
I don't, like, some people are like, well, it doesn't matter, she still did it. Of course she still did it, and she admitted that she did it, and she served time for it. Like, she, like, is on parole. Like, that's what the justice system is for, is to hold you accountable. So she's being held accountable. Right. She's not even denying that it was wrong, what she did. It was horrible that her child was mixed up in it. But, I think knowing my personality, if I was like backed into a corner, right? Like, I could 100% see somebody snapping.
Give me 1 second. He just took my Lactaid.
Sushi.
No, that is not for sushi.
Yeah, speak for yourself. He had milk earlier. Well, I'll fill the silence. So I just think it's all a horrible situation. Don't get me wrong. It's all horrible. I do find it insane that Dakota would wait until this happens after she's already taken accountability. I know that like some things you never kind of let die. I don't know, whatever. But after she's already taken accountability and has gone through all of this, he now takes the time to sell this video to TMZ. That's what I think is so insane and shady. Like, obviously, we can't look at this whole situation and be like, oh, Dakota, well, he was, I guess, a victim in this situation, whatever. But, like, you can't think like, oh, he's a good guy because she was the aggressor in this specific video. They both made horrible decisions. I still think he is quite possibly a horrible person. And hopefully they both just never have to see each other again. And there can be somebody to, I don't know, mediate them sharing custody of their child, because they clearly just can't look at each other at all without it being a horrible, horrible situation.
What were you saying?
I just filled the silence.
Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I don't know what you just said because I was ripping my Lactaid out of my son's hand.
Right.
Mouth.
Well, I was just
telling me what you were saying.
As I said, they were both, I think it's like so shady that he waited.
Yes.
Like, he's had this video for all this time.
I agree. It's very manipulative timing to drop it then. Here's what I will say. And this is what I talked about with Katie, because Katie used to very heavily in the court system and still does, as a like in her job, work with custody situations. And so she has a very interesting take on it. Yeah. Like, not an interesting take, like a different take, but she's like literally, she's like the domestic violence of it all, horrible. She's like, any of that, horrible. But the second Taylor did that in front of her child,
that's where it got bad.
That's when it's just immediate, custody gone. Like, she's like, it's not even, you can't even, like, if that was happening, child not in the room, totally different story. But she's like, an incredible amount of repercussions need to happen because the child was there.
Well, one of my, I don't know if you follow this girl on TikTok. I'm looking up her name right now because I don't remember her like full name. Right. I think it's Isabel. Yeah, Isabel.
Did you
Graf.
send me that TikTok?
I may have. We've sent so many TikToks about this back and forth to each other at this point.
Well, it's nothing new. That's our day to day.
That's our day to day.
Just wake up, send TikToks, go to sleep.
But clearly with all of this, like new things just come out like consistently with this story. Yes. But Isabel Graf has talked, like, I love her. I've followed her forever. Yeah. She is one of the most open people I've ever met on the internet. She talks about like going no contact with her mom, if she's going to do it, if she's not, like her relationship with her dad, her father passed, and how like she like copes with it, all of this stuff. It's like, I think it's really admirable to share that much of your life online. Yes. And she kind of like chimed in a little bit about it, and she was like, I think it's all horrible. Same thing. No matter what was happening before, if you are divorced, like, you cannot screw up. Yeah. Like, you can't do anything like that in front of your children because it's just immediate. Nope, no custody. Like, you get nothing anymore. Yeah. Like, you just have to walk on the thinnest line. Like, not saying that's not a thin line. What they did was like way over the line. Oh, but still, I'm just saying
everything is very heavily evaluated because it's not just in front of you and your partner's eyes. It's in front of the eyes of the court or in front of the eyes of like
CPS.
CPS system and everything. It's just so interesting.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
What a different story would be written right now if her child was not in the room.
Yeah.
I think that's just so interesting.
I think that genuinely is the whole uproar, which is true. I mean, that child's traumatized for life, but it's also not like she doesn't know that. You know what I mean? Like,
no, she clearly has been living with that for the past 2-3 years or whatever, how long it's been.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I just, let's not to make light of the situation, but
I do want to make light of it because why is it so heavy? We're supposed to be funny.
I want to talk about the men.
Yeah.
On the season.
I hate them all.
I think it's so funny.
Did you watch the season?
What do you mean?
Like, did you watch Mormon Wives?
Oh, I'm talking about the men of The Bachelor.
Worse. Yeah.
That's what I want to talk about. Is the men of The Bachelorette, the contestants that we're supposed to be on, and how they literally have been going on there, not handling this well.
They are so embarrassing.
They're being so funny. Yeah. Like, literally, I'm telling you, I feel like if any, like, if it was a Bachelor to the Bachelorettes, the girls would probably go on their stories and be like, oh my gosh, like, so glad I know what I know now. Like, thank God this guy dodged a bullet. But the guys are going on, so upset, took time off of work for nothing. Like, they are being so funny because literally I was talking to my friend Gabby about this, how she was like talking about, because she works in like marketing. She does marketing at Abercrombie. And she was like, they literally are just mourning their brand deals. They just wanted all their brand deals.
That literally is it. The girls would find a way to still make themselves famous off it.
Because
they would go do a little OOTD. And exactly, because girls are smart and innovative.
Find a way to turn it into like, come with me to blah, blah, blah on the night that should have been opening night. Or like something like that. Like something funny. But the one of them, I don't know which one it was, that on his story, black screen, ...
And then the other one, he's like, I'm okay. Thank you for everyone checking in on me. I'm like, bruh, you are okay. You decided to take a 6-week leave of absence.
You did.
To date a girl that 50 other men are going to meet. Like, that's on you, man. Like, you deserve that.
Meanwhile, women will go, I feel like, through the hardest week of their entire lives with something that's going on in their life. Don't hear a word about it. Like, they are so dramatic.
Men want women to be the more dramatic sex more than anything in the world. But the second something happens to a man, then this is awful. This is example, my husband, who I love more than anything and I think is better than any man. Obviously, I married him. So like,
you love
that's my prerequisite to this. Yes. Anytime I feel a pregnancy symptom that I have never in my life felt, I'll be like, oh, it's so strange that my uterus is now the size of a soccer ball. It literally is, my app told me. And I was like, it hurts when when it starts to like stretch out, my ligaments start to hurt. And I'm like, that kind of hurts right now. And Dawson will be like, I'm not feeling good either.
Bruh. I'm gonna set the house on fire with you.
No,
like, I literally can't
saying stuff like that. The men want to be so big and brave until
and then something happens.
And
well, that's how Andrew is. Andrew's really like super. You know him. Like he's not the like. He's very like this. And very consistent.
Level, yeah.
The thing that gets him, though, and this is very stereotypical guy, is if his Premier League team, Everton, if they lose, I mean, it is the rest of the day's ruined. If we had plans the rest of the day, it's like, what's even the point? Like, what's the point?
I don't even care anymore.
I don't even care. It's like, even if I didn't know a game was going on, and then like they play, and I can tell he's in a bad mood, I'm like, what's going on? He's like, there's nothing. There's literally nothing. And I'm like, okay. Did Everton lose? Yeah, it was like worst game ever. I'm like, yeah, well, it explains everything. It's just so funny, the things that ruin their day.
I mean, they really pick and choose.
They do.
That's the thing.
They do.
Not to say, listen, not all men, I guess.
Not all men.
Not all men, except we clearly love our husbands.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Sometimes they fit into the mold of those men.
Yeah. I mean, they can't change their DNA at the end of the day, I guess.
No, I guess not.
They are who they are. But sushi.
Well, speaking of pop culture,
you go.
Have you seen the whole like WTF is Alex doing?
Yes. Wait, it's amazing. Did you see she released it?
Yeah, I just saw she released it literally like a couple hours before this, so I wanted to talk about it.
Yeah. Real actives? Is that what it is?
For a second, because we knew it said actives, you know, like you could see like the top of the word. So I convinced myself it was going to be like active wear, whatever, because she clearly like her abs have been like such a topic the past
since Dancing with the Stars.
Since Dancing with the Stars. And so she's really capitalized on that. I would. Like, if I had abs like that, of course I'd capitalize on it. So I really thought that's what it was going to be.
No, it's so cute. Real
Skincare.
Actives skincare. Because after the season and during the season with Dancing with the Stars, I kept talking to her.
My good friend, Alex Earl.
My best friend and I were catching up in between her performances. No, she would always post on TikTok and I would watch. And she always was talking about how much the like set and like stage makeup was horrible on her skin. Like it was just like, she's like, my skin does not breathe. Like I literally have to do a full routine every night or else I'm so broken out. And I feel like I loved that she talked about that because I feel like nobody in an influencing role with that sort of platform talks about it.
Well, she's always been I've loved that she uses filters on her videos, or she used to, whatever. And I don't know if she still does now. I'm sure she uses something every once in a while. Yeah. But then the next video would be like, oh, but this is what my skin actually looks like. Yeah. And I'm like, I think that is such a good way to be like 50-50.
Yes.
Take your video, feel good about yourself, add a filter if you want to. Yeah. Who cares? Like, literally, who cares if I put a filter on my video? As long as you're also being real in the next one, saying, oh, but also, like, this is what I look like in real life. Like, who cares?
For sure.
And I think that's amazing. She's always been like that.
Yeah. No, it's amazing. Well, as of right now, let's just talk about how her Real Actives Instagram account is already at 460,000 followers.
That's insane. I forget how,
followers. People
she's got a crazy reach.
I bet a ton, like any influencer would give anything for 500,000 followers.
If I had 60K followers, I'd be like, that's all I really need.
I've made it.
I need moderate fame anyways.
And so that's like insane to me. But the branding looks so, I'm so excited to see it drop because I really this is me personally. And I had horrible cystic acne in high school that was like, I mean, awful. And so I really trust somebody who is coming from the POV of, I have really sensitive acne prone skin. This is what is working great on my skin. So it makes me very excited to try it.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I don't know how you feel. Will you try it?
I don't know because I don't have very acne prone skin. Like I would say I generally have like pretty good skin. Yeah. The only time I had like horrible skin is really when we started like all of the infertility testing and everything. That's when like my hormones just got bad. Yeah. But I don't know if I will because my skin doesn't react well to anything that has like actives in it. Like
really?
It really only wants a lotion. Like
interesting.
I can only like wash it with water, use a lotion, maybe a light toner, which I can't use now that I'm pregnant anyways, but like
you can't use a toner?
There's certain, I used a
Really?
BHA toner, and I don't think you can use that anymore.
I didn't even know that.
Because I would get like a lot of like closed like comedones.
Comedones, yeah.
Yeah. Which I didn't get like a lot of pimples, but I would get like those,
Yes.
like little bumps.
Yeah.
But yeah, the only time, so I feel like her line may not be the best for me because it's for like acne prone.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that would actually make my skin worse.
That's so interesting. Yeah.
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 Which is
So
why
interesting.
even like Hailey Bieber, I love her line. And I was like, well, it probably would work for me because I feel like she's not very acne prone
Yeah.
from what I've seen. But even hers, my skin
was
doesn't.
too active. Yeah.
Yeah. I can only really use her barrier butter,
Yeah.
which I love more than anything.
What's funny is that's the only thing that doesn't work from her line for me
I know that's so silly.
because it was too clogging.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But we've talked about this. Yeah, well, whatever. This is what I want to say. Let me go back to my little notes app.
Yeah.
I have to share this because this has consumed my week personally.
Wow.
And that's saying a lot. My March Madness bracket.
Yeah, I didn't know you were a basketball girl. Is this true or no?
So you didn't know because I'm not.
Okay.
Here's the thing. And
Right.
Andrew clocked this. Okay, fast forward back. I need to talk about that. That's how we learned how to say rewind growing up. Fast forward back. What were my parents doing? Teaching us to say fast forward back.
This is why God had it written in our story
To be friends?
from the very beginning. Because my parents used to make fun of me. Well, we used to have it, like we had my grandparents still had the box TV when we ended up living with them. So
Yeah.
like we would go turn the channel, which is like
Of
they
course.
had an older
Yep.
TV, but
Yep.
still we had like we would use the VHS tapes,
Yeah.
whatever. And
Miss those
you
days.
had to go to the TV and click the button to go
Yes.
back.
Yes.
And so when I didn't want to get up, I'd ask somebody else to go do it. And
Yeah.
instead of rewind, I always said, can you back forward it? I was like, can you back forward that?
God's so kind to us.
God is so kind to us, which this makes so much sense because I literally have it on my notes. I don't know why. Dawson and I were at coffee this week and I was like, Taylor and I have to have like a matching freckle somewhere.
We
like
probably
I
do.
know,
Do you want to talk
we
about
have
it? I've got one right here.
Wait, low-key?
This is my right arm.
Where is that? Hold on.
It's like right on the forearm, halfway down.
I have one right here.
No, I can't meet you there. We'll find it on our body someday.
We're going to find it somewhere. I know we have a matching freckle
I know.
that it just knows we were meant to be.
It was meant to be.
Whatever.
It just was. And every passing day confirms it. So
Yeah.
here's the thing. Fast forward back. What was I actually trying to say? Let's rewind
March
to the
Madness.
beginning of how March Madness came to be.
Yeah.
So Andrew's friends from high school, the group chat they had growing up was called Jake's House. And so now, as everyone has added their girlfriends and now wives and like
Wags.
fiancés and whatever, the wags, we now have a group chat with everybody called Jake's family. And this has been a thing
cute.
for the years that I've been in Andrew's life. Like as soon as you're like a committed long-term partner, you become part of Jake's family.
Have you
And
ever had
so-
to kick somebody out of the group?
Yeah.
Oh,
It was really bad.
that's tough.
She was the one that threw a fit at my wedding. Did I tell you about that?
Maybe.
She threw a fit at my wedding. Fine to say this. I have never seen her since. I won't talk to her again. She threw a fit at our wedding because her then
yes,
boyfriend.
you did yes.
Her then boyfriend. I'll tell the people very quickly and anecdotally.
Yeah.
Her then boyfriend was one of our groomsmen, and still love him. He's like amazing. I was very specific, and every bride has the right to pick whatever they want for their wedding.
Exactly.
I do not care. You get to pick
Yeah.
whatever you want. It's your wedding. I wanted
Yes.
our bridal tables to just be my bridesmaids and just be our groomsmen because, for good reason, partners come and go. They do.
And it's not that controversial. Like
It's
people
not that
should chill
controversial.
out. Yeah.
She's not anymore. One of his groomsmen has got divorced. Like there are people that
Yeah.
like, I'm like, you're not necessarily our person just
Yeah.
because you're dating somebody we love, you know?
Yeah.
Hot take, sorry. And so, anywho, I had a table of the significant others, and it was the one right next to our table. for a 30-minute dinner. Like, it's not that hard.
It's fine. Yeah.
And she sat down at that table and was telling the other Jake's family girls, I cannot believe Taylor would do this to me. Doesn't she know I barely get to see Dada, being ridiculous about it, and to these people, and they're like, yeah, you're good, like, we're not mad, like, you know. And then she made a comment about one of the other girls in our group. She was like, she is way too good for X other person, I can't believe she's dating him. I'm like, you are not welcome here. You are, get out of this.
But also to complain that at a table of girls who are also not sitting with their significant others.
Yeah. She was a piece of work. So we did. She got the boot after they broke up. Duh.
Well, bye.
So anyway,
you were the one who removed her, huh?
It was actually...
No. Okay, I was about to say.
Yeah. She removed her and wrote in, after she removed her, bye, bitch.
There's no way.
Which is hilarious to me. So anywho, let's bring it back to March Madness. One of the guys in our Jake's family group sent a bracket and was like, everybody make their team. So, you know, I go in and make my team, whatever. And we've done this before in past years. It's been nothing crazy. But this year was the different wave. There was a different energy about it. Right. I go in and I make my team, and I'm feeling good as I'm picking. Like, I was like picking, doing good. We start
strategically or just willy-nilly?
Vibes. I literally would go on there and I would be like, this team just seems like they're gonna win.
Yeah.
Can't even explain it. Even the upset teams, I didn't always pick the higher seed. And I was like, that just kind of like is giving they're gonna win this game. And so, yeah, lo and behold, the tournament starts. I don't really pay attention to it at first, but then I'm like, wait, the games have been starting. Let me go in. It's round of 64 still. I'm like, let me go check my bracket. Yeah, I'm in first place. And I'm like, wait.
So you pick and you don't have to do anything?
You just like pick, hit save, and then as the games go on, it has all the computers run the data. And so it just will update.
I would do that.
Yeah, you would do great.
I thought I had to watch and like choose stuff.
No, you just fill one out, win, loss, win, like who's going to win, who's going to lose. You just pick a winner for each game going through the whole bracket. It took me like 5 minutes. And then the games are going, I realize I'm in first place in the league, and I'm like, wait a second. So then I start monitoring it. Yeah. And Andrew's like, you really care about it. And I'm like, I cannot, I'm telling you, ESPN app stayed open on my phone, like for the past days. I'm like, yeah, I've been hyper fixated. Yeah. And I was like, I've never.
Well, now it's a matter of honor. You could win this.
I know. And so I'm like, wait a second. And then it really got crazy because then I started paying attention to all the breakdown and like the percentages. And my bracket was in the 99.9th percentile of all brackets. Wow. And I was ranked, I think, okay, they'll fast forward. It has since fallen. But in my height, I got to in the top 23,000 brackets, which there are 26 million brackets made.
That's insane.
It's pretty good for me.
Yeah, that is good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It was literally in the top like 0.1% of bracket. Like, and I was like, wait a second, why is this pretty good? My streak, unfortunately, it fell apart the past day or so as people started losing. Well, but yeah, I held on to that streak well into the round of 32, which is pretty good.
That is pretty good.
I don't know. So that's been my entire personality this week. And thank you for listening. And tell me why. Like, Andrew's been gone this whole week, like I said. I stay up, I fill my nights, I turn on March Madness games over the weekend, and I just watch March Madness until midnight and then went to sleep.
I mean, we all need...
Who am I?
We all need a little bit of a personality shift every once in a while.
I needed a new angle, and I found one.
Yeah.
It's over now that I'm not doing good. Well, that's what Andrew clocked, is he was like, anytime, as soon as something becomes a competition or a measure of your performance, you switch over into locked in. And I can't change that about myself.
No. Why should you?
Why should I? Thank you for listening.
Why should you?
What I do have to say to transition here, we've talked a lot about my chiropractor.
Yep.
I go to the chiropractor yesterday. Girl, this pissed me off.
No.
We've talked about this. I go in and I'm laying down and it's kind of like open. You can hear what's happening. And I appreciate this because I am one, I like open door policy. I never,
why
maybe
not?
that's my trauma. I don't want to be closed in a room with anybody.
Yeah. Well, also chiropractor is pretty invasive, so I don't see why that's.
I don't want a closed room for anything to happen.
That's fair.
No. And so you can hear everything that's happening, which I appreciate. Yeah. So I was third in line. He like had somebody, then he was going to do somebody, then me. And so he, this guy is a little bit robotic. Like if you can,
the doctor or the
chiropractor. Imagine Andrew compared him to one of those like pull out doll, like where you pull the string on the back of a doll and it spits out one of 6 phrases.
Yeah,
that's him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he is with the guy next to me and they're talking about sports and they're talking, oh my gosh, UNC this, da 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 da. And I'm thinking like, okay, they're talking about this week, they're talking about games. I'm thinking it's March Madness. Like that's
right.
A natural assumption in the middle of March when 2 guys are talking about like, and he wasn't talking about specifics. They were just talking about teams and they were all teams that are in the tournament. And so when he got to me, I was like, were you guys just talking about the tournament, like March Madness? And he goes, no, we were talking about men's lacrosse.
Okay. Well, who is talking about men's lacrosse?
F is talking about men's. I was like, okay, well, and he was like, well, how was your week? And I was like, well, that's what I was going to tell you is my bracket's doing really well. Da da da. And I've been really obsessed. Ha 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 ha. Like just making whatever. And I was like, it's been doing really, but it started to tank today. So I'm like really upset about it.
Yeah.
Girl, can't even make this up. There's
I already
moment
know
of silence.
He's going to piss me off.
And he pissed me off. He goes, well, it's not about how you start, it's how you finish.
Okay, and shut your mouth.
Shut your trap. Oh my gosh. I literally, I go silent. I'm like, I'm not saying a word. You don't get another word from me.
I'm going to make your appointment awkward.
You don't get another word from me.
Yeah.
I could not believe that was his human response to what I said. Any normal response would be like, oh my gosh, that sucks. Like, oh my gosh, like that's ride the high while you can.
They have to find a way to diminish a woman's success no matter how it ends.
They do. Especially because he had to say, no, we were talking about men's lacrosse.
Did I ever tell you I tried to start a lacrosse team in high school?
That is the funniest thing I've ever heard.
For no reason?
No, tell.
Never once played lacrosse.
No,
never once.
No, tell. Why did you, at your high school?
I just wanted to be a part of something.
I love that about you.
I wanted to make a name for myself. I don't know. Emmy had transferred to our high school and she had played lacrosse. And she was like, I can't believe there's another lacrosse team here. It was really big in Orlando. But there's no way she's sleeping this way. That's fine.
Well, it was really sleeping.
She's just like ragdoll. Like her arms are behind her, like just slumped on my lap. Which is fine.
Well, maybe you could pull a string and she'd spit out a phrase or two.
And Mom, it's not about how I started. It's about how I'm going to end the day.
I think we're good.
Who gives a rat's ass if I pooped in your bathroom today, Mom?
No, you're good. We're closing out the day with Dad. We're good.
Once Dad gets home and I'm good, that's how good I am.
Yeah, we're good.
So Amy was good at lacrosse and we had, I think we had just kind of been enabled our whole life to think that we could just do whatever we wanted to do. And so we went to our like athletic director.
Well, you guys are just like entrepreneurs. You're just bold.
If you will. Thank you.
Thank you.
If you guys want to take that and run with it, I'm happy to let you do that. So we went to our athletic director and we were like, can we start lacrosse? And he was like, no. Which... And again, another man wanting to diminish a woman's success.
True.
Exactly.
They don't like you don't like taking no for an answer.
Yeah. I bet if a 16-year-old boy walked in here and said, I want to start a lacrosse.
Oh, that's the best idea I've ever heard.
You're gonna go top 2.
You're gonna go so far.
Whatever. And so we didn't start the lacrosse team, and I still have never once picked up actually, I think maybe we played lacrosse in her backyard. Like maybe
I've thrown a lacrosse ball to a dog before.
Sure.
I have a little bit of a touch point to lacrosse because one of my college roommates played lacrosse, and like in college, and she would always like. I was just around it because of that.
Who's actually at my house.
Oh, I don't know.
There's somebody in my driveway, but I'm going to let them be there.
Let them be. What? Let them. The Mel Robbins theory. Let them.
My mom told me she was reading that book like 2 months ago when she came up to visit.
Please.
And I went home and she had a bookmark in the page and it was like 10 pages in.
Yeah, she's in there.
Whatever.
Let them. So this is what I was going to say is I had one more touch point to lacrosse because when I was in college, like I had some free time. When I was injured. So I couldn't like go to my practices for a bit or like I had just had more free time or whatever for whatever reason for a couple months. And so I wanted to make a little money. So I started doing, videoing for the lacrosse games.
I thought you were about to say like polishing lacrosse balls or something.
No. I would go up in the box where like the announcers and the scorekeeper were, and I would take this little camcorder with a tripod and I would record the entire game and like follow it back and forth so that the team could go through footage on Monday.
Good for them.
I made good money doing it. I think I made $50 a game.
Yeah, that's great.
For college, that's pretty good. Like
that's a week of groceries in college.
Literally.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm good with that. Like, who cares? So that was a good stretch for me. Didn't know I know what happens, but I'm like, don't have a huge connection to the sport. But okay, let's zoom back out.
Yeah.
Where were we going with this? You were going to start lacrosse in high school.
March Madness, you had horrible interaction with
my
Cairo. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad we got up to speed there. Is there anything you wanted to share? Because there's something I would like to share, but it's a story. And so if you have something you want to dive into, we can totally go there.
No, I just kind of had, I just had some random little facts that I learned this week.
Tell me.
If you guys wanted to know, I was watching this lady, feed a baby beaver on TikTok. And it's none of your business how I got there. I just was there.
No. Your algo created brick by brick.
I built this algorithm.
I built it up.
And you know what? I don't know. I loved it. Whatever. I was just watching her bottle feed this. She's holding the baby, whatever, bottle feed it. And really she was sharing some facts about beavers. I thought this was insane. She said you cannot tell the sex of a beaver from like the outside. You can only tell if you give it an x-ray.
No way. They don't have genitals?
I think that's crazy. I guess they have the same.
That's crazy.
I thought that was insane.
That's revolutionary for the beavers. They can show up however they want to.
The beavers are... I'm going to go ahead and stop right there. The beavers, good for them.
Good for them.
I thought that was insane. And then another thing is, and like this is like... I guess the point of the pod is to like make light of horrible things sometimes and whatever, like all, like the war stuff and administration stuff that's going on, whatever.
Horrible.
I was watching a podcast, Brooke and Connor, of course, where they were talking about like, apparently there is like this, did you hear that like they wanted to like attack California with drones or something, like Iran? Yeah. And so I didn't hear that. So I wanted to look it up. And so I looked up like California war, like what's going on, whatever.
Right.
The first thing that pops up is like how it's impacting California's walnuts.
No. No.
And I was like,
the ecosystem.
Is this what we're worried about? And then I just started like internally being like, why is that the first story that popped up on my feed though?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, is that because of the articles that I usually read? Like, is that a personal thing?
Again, you have built your algorithm brick by brick.
So that was just something interesting.
No, that's actually really insane. Maybe seems like a little bit of a ploy.
A little bit of a ploy. They're trying to distract us with the walnuts.
They are. It's not about how you start, it's how you finish.
Exactly.
So this is what I have to say.
Yeah.
I need to give you guys a little glimpse into how my Saturday night unfolded.
Oh, well.
I set out to go to the grocery store. And by grocery store, I mean Target, Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, the big three.
The big three, trifecta.
And they are all three clustered together on the other side of Greenville. And so they are just like, it is a trek to get out there, is what I'm trying to say. And trek is dramatic because we obviously lived in Atlanta. I will never once complain about the traffic here, nothing like that. It
Doesn't
just
matter. You're committed to going.
It is objectively a farther distance than most grocery stores around. But I do it anyway because I love it there. So I'm driving there, and about 10 minutes into my drive, as I'm going from my place through downtown, I was like, I start getting this quiver. I'm like, I can't do it anymore. I literally can't. I can't do it anymore.
No.
And I said, I need food right now. So I pull off. I'm like, what do I want right now? Thai food. Duh. Always want Thai food. So I pull in to Basil Thai downtown. Get a parking spot. The first spot is open. That's a sign. I walk in. I say, just want a table for one.
You're going to sit?
Don't look at me crazy. I said, I want a table for one. I was not going to wait on a takeout order and eat it in my car. I was like, I need this to come out on a plate right now.
Yeah.
And so I went in and I said, table for one. She sits me down. I order. Waitress says, got a funny vibe about her. You good over there?
Sushi just made eye contact with me. Or not sushi.
Mochi.
Mochi just made eye contact with me as she peed on my carpet, so that's cool.
Do you need to go clean it?
I'll handle it after.
Okay, fine. I sit down. Waitress comes over. She's got a funny vibe to her, like I mentioned. And she takes my order. And she says, what can I get you to drink? I said, I can't lie to you. I need to eat right now. Could I please have an order of chicken pad thai? Thank you. No drink. And she said, yes. And so she goes and does that.
I don't need anything to get it done.
Nothing. Mm-mm. She comes over again after she puts in my order. She comes back. The table, I feel so bad. But she comes back and the table that they literally sat me by were these three like kind of like younger guys. And they were from, unfortunately she did ask them. They were from China.
Right.
And so they were like very like sweet, great, but they're very invested in like what they're talking about, whatever.
Right.
She comes over and she's like, so what food can I put in? They were there far before me. They did not put in their food yet.
No.
So, anywho.
That's fine.
It's fine. And so she is talking to them. And mind you, they are very, sorry, I lost my train of thought. What did I just say?
Food.
Oh, she puts in their order. Yes. So she puts in their order, whatever. This is what I would like to focus on. She comes back over with their food, and she goes, they both ordered pho, like the soup, whatever.
Yeah.
Like the duck pho. She comes over, she goes, I've got the foie.
Is that how you say it?
No. It's pho. She goes, I got the foie. And they go, mm-mm. They go, mm-mm. Mm-mm. And she goes, how do you say it? And
she works there.
I literally. And so they're like, pho.
Okay.
And so she has to go through that with them. She says, all right, boys, could I get you some chopsticks? And they go, yeah, we'll take chopsticks. She goes back. I'm telling you, I've never seen a waitress do this before. She had 3 sets of chopsticks. Normally, like any normal person would like hand this to the patron.
Right.
She goes, unwraps it, set for you. Unwraps it, set for you.
I don't want you touching my chopsticks.
Is that not so weird?
Yeah, weird.
I thought it was, okay, good. That makes me feel better because I thought that was, maybe she was trying to be hospitable. No, weird.
No, she made it weird.
You made it weird.
Yeah.
She goes away, comes back. No, you go.
Well, I was just going to say, you would think too that they would have gone through at least the most popular menus on the item.
Yeah. Items on the menu.
Give me 1 second. I'm just going
to give it. Let it have it.
Okay, she's good.
Okay. So then what happens? Those are both happening. And I'm like, man, this has got a weird essence to it. And this is where she was taught. This is why. Earlier in the conversation, my mind went blank earlier. This is what she was saying. She was asking where they were from, and they were saying, and they were in town to watch March Madness games because some of them are being played in Greenville.
Yeah.
So they were not from Greenville. Anywho, she comes back over, and this is just this is the thing, is people just be talking crazy.
Yeah.
She comes over and she goes out loud. Sorry, Sue, she just got my paper towel. She goes,
Of course.
I noticed you boys are sucking down our world famous water. Ew. 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 Please don't ever.
What?
Yeah. I wrote it down in our notes because that's exactly how she said it. And they just look at her. They were probably like our age. And they look at her. They're like,
Yeah, why did you say it like
and
that?
she
to
goes,
me?
and Greenville is known for their water. Sure.
Okay.
Well, they are, but like, nobody cares. Like,
But who says that?
But who
Yeah.
says that? Like,
Yeah.
And she goes, yep. Looks them in the eyes. She goes, yep. Number 2 in the country for the least amount of contaminants.
Oh.
Ew, you are so
So there's still going to be some.
weirdest. Literally. She goes, it's some of those moments where I just feel like I'm living in a bit of a fever dream when I experience things in the real world, because I think things like that just tend to flock to me. Because I'm like, why?
Maybe
did
you're
that
just more
happen?
perceptive.
I just notice things, I think.
Yeah, you're a noticer.
So, anywho, I just had to share that story with you guys. Just maybe don't be acting crazy like she'd be acting. Oh,
No.
hello, Bubba. You come here.
Wow.
Oh, hello,
Yeah, both of our
talkative.
dogs are kind of, they're
Yeah,
going through it.
I
at the
said, we're
moment.
done.
We're done with this pod.
Well, I guess with that, we bid you adieu.
Guys, they're begging us to be done. I know.
They're begging.
That's fine.
Okay, well, from all of us and our little families, we'll talk to you
Goodbye.
later.